I'm Milton, and if you're part of the incredible community we've built here at PetFlix, you know that silent fear we all carry. The one that intensifies during the holiday season. You look at your elderly dog, huddled up, perhaps panting a little more than usual, and you wonder, is this just the chaos of Christmas, or is my best friend suffering? The truth is, the holidays aren't synonymous with cozy fireplaces and Christmas bells for them. For our senior dogs, the noise, the lights, the new smells, and the presence of more people represent an invisible and terrifying threat. It's a silent, internal crisis that we, as their caregivers, have a duty to prevent. And I promise you can prevent it with a simple, powerful rule that takes less than 3 minutes to implement. To understand the solution, you need to understand the cause. We call this geriatric sensory overload. Our senior dogs have fewer emotional reserves, less adaptability, and their aging bodies struggle to process sudden and unpredictable changes. They don't have the energy to recover ice. When Uncle John arrives making noise, or the volume of the Christmas music suddenly increases, a danger signal is sent. This triggers the immediate and uncontrolled release of a stress hormone called cortisol. Imagine a wave of anxiety building inside them. We call this the cortisol tsunami. Once the tsunami begins, your dog suffers in silence for hours, sometimes days, long after the guests have left. This prolonged stress not only accelerates aging, but creates a vicious cycle. The stress tenses their muscles, which drastically increases the pain in their arthritic joints. This silent pain makes them more irritable, more stressed, and more vulnerable to the next noise spike. The cost of ignoring this is a faster and more painful decline in their health. And here, the hard truth. A 5-minute emergency vet visit for anxiety can cost hundreds of dollars, potentially thousands if it leads to chronic problems. The 3 minutes you invest now are an investment against sky-high vet bills and, more importantly, against the suffering of your best friend. The crisis is entirely manageable, but you need to act first. For years, we've tried to force our dogs to feel comfortable amidst the chaos, but that doesn't work. The solution, based on the principle of isolation, is to simplify the environment, reducing it to its calmest component. We must stop trying to silence the living room and instead create an island of absolute peace. We call this the Christmas Sanctuary Principle. It's the only rule that guarantees your dog a silent night. It's simple, predictable, and requires only 180 seconds of your time. This predictable ritual uses your own calm presence to interrupt the tsunami before it turns into a flood. The core idea is simple. Remove the complex variables and introduce predictable comfort. This isn't just a pet tip. It's a neurological strategy for their tranquility. Your greatest tool against chaos is predictability. We need to give their aging brains a single, clear, and safe signal to follow. This sanctuary is that signal, a refuge against the unpredictable volume of life. The next step details the exact steps. Now, let's move on to the tactical execution. The 3-minute ritual is not a suggestion. It's a neuroscientific formula for your senior dog's well-being. Remember, senior dogs value predictability above all else. By executing these steps in the same precise order, you are building a security contract with them. Silent agreement that, amidst the chaos, you are the anchor of calm. We don't improvise. We execute the plan with precision. This is where intention becomes reality. 30 minutes before the first guest rings the doorbell, the family car parks, or the first unusual noise begins, you must take your dog to another location. The 30-minute window is crucial. It allows the dog to calm down and begin to relax before the external triggers arrive. Don't wait for the stress to begin. Prevention is always more effective than reaction, especially for senior animals with reduced coping mechanisms. Take your dog to the designated sanctuary, a guest room, an office, or a quiet corner in your own room. Your sanctuary should be a place of controlled boredom. No noisy toys, no loud TV, just pure, undisturbed peace. And here's a vital detail. Prepare the environment sense. Use a low-intensity light source, such as a dim lamp. Golden light is ideal, mimicking sunset, and consider a diffuser with a gentle, familiar scent, such as pure lavender or calming chamomile. The goal is to remove all high-energy variables and replace them with low energy variables that the dog already associates with sleep and safety. This deliberate move is a proactive signal. It tells your dog, I see the danger approaching, but I have already taken you to a safe and predictable place. For dogs with impaired vision or hearing, this predictability becomes their emotional lifeline. You are removing the root of their anxiety, which is the unexpected intrusion of chaos. This initial step is the foundation of the sanctuary principle, at no cost, requiring only intentionality. This is the most powerful step and the one that demands your greatest discipline. You must sit with them for exactly 3 minutes. Set a timer. Do not touch your phone. No distractions. No frantic whispers of it's okay. Just your silent, calm, and centered presence. Older dogs, especially anxious ones, are emotional sponges. They absorb your state of mind. If you are stressed, they become stressed. If you are calm and peaceful, they will follow suit. The magic key lies in rhythmic touch. Use slow, repetitive, deep strokes behind their ears or at the base of their tail, where specific receptors activate the vagus nerve. This specific and predictable touch is the chemical switch for cortisol. It forces the body out of fight or flight mode and into rest and digest mode. It's 180 seconds of pure emotional regulation transfer. You are lending your calm to their body. You are physically communicating. The alarm is off. I'm here. We are safe. This is the immediate cure for holiday anxiety. You are lowering their heart rate and, ironically, your own. You are healing their stress, minute by minute, with nothing but your intentional presence. Never skip this step. It is the core of the healing and demands your full and undivided attention. It creates a state of peace. But, as we know, you can't stay in the sanctuary forever. At some point, you need to join the guests, attend to preparations, or simply rest. And then comes the guilt. Will the peace last after I leave? Without the next step, the answer is, tragically, no. The peace you created is fragile and can unravel in minutes. To ensure that your 180 seconds of work are sustainable and that the released oxytocin continues to flow, we need a permanent mechanism. We need a physical anchor for this peace. This is where science and ultimate comfort converge. Step 3 is the missing piece to solidify the sanctuary and free you from guilt. It is the foundation that transforms temporary peace into a lasting refuge. The biggest challenge for you, and for all of us, is the guilt of leaving the sanctuary to return to the party. How do we ensure that the peace we've just created lasts? That's where the oxytocin anchor comes in. Before you leave the sanctuary, you must ensure they have a tool that physically sustains the peace. We recommend a high-quality, calming orthopedic bed. This is the vital component. These specific beds, like the rectangular support model we've identified, are scientifically designed to provide deep pressure stimulation. Liège's firm edges support the head and neck, offering crucial support for arthritic joints, while the soft faux fur texture simulates the comforting feeling of a hug. This constant physical pressure stimulates the continuous release of oxytocin, the cuddle hormone. It's a physical hug that remains even when you leave. It anchors the feeling of security you've provided. It means your dog is being cared for, even when your attention is elsewhere. It's the most impactful investment you can make in their comfort and your peace of mind, transforming your absence into comfort for them. Think of it this way. Your 180 seconds of touch prime the oxytocin. The bed provides the permanent passive delivery system. This partnership between your presence and the product is what guarantees long-term peace. Don't underestimate the power of this physical support. When a dog's joints are comfortable, their overall stress decreases significantly. This isn't just a bed, it's therapeutic equipment. This ritual is the most conscious act of love you can give your senior dog this holiday season. It says, your peace is more important than my party. It transforms a moment of stress into a story of recovery. You're not just managing anxiety. You're actively contributing to their longevity and happiness by reducing chronic stress. This is the essence of conscious bonding. Our mission here at PetFlix is not just to talk about pet care, but to empower you with specific, practical scientific knowledge that transforms their aging process into a period of maximum comfort and dignity. We understand the depth of your bond, and that bond demands vigilance and simple, powerful actions, like this ritual. You've dedicated your life to their happiness. Now, dedicate 3 minutes to their peace. This ritual, combined with the oxytocin anchor, is proof of your commitment. I want to share a beautiful story from Sarah, who has a beagle named Lucky. She contacted me and said, before the ritual, Lucky paced back and forth, trembled, and hid under the table during Thanksgiving. The chaos made him physically ill. After setting up his sanctuary with the orthopedic anchor, he was already asleep before the turkey was even served. Those 3 minutes saved my day, but they saved his soul. That's the power of simple, intentional care. It's the difference between a holiday spent worrying and a holiday spent knowing your best friend is genuinely at peace. You deserve that peace of mind. Your dog deserves this peaceful night. We know how difficult it is to watch them age. This is your chance to give them the gift of a peaceful night every night. I've included links to the orthopedic bed and the exact calming aromatherapy essential oils. The ones we scientifically confirmed provide essential support for the oxytocin anchor in the video description. This bed and oil will be your dog's sanctuary all year round, not just a Christmas item. It's the most impactful investment you can make in their comfort. The links are waiting for you in the description. But more important than any purchase is the connection we share. If you believe, like I do, that aging is not the end of a pet's life, but at the beginning of a more conscious love, do 2 things. First, share this ritual with another owner of a senior dog that you know. They are also suffering in silence. Second, join our family by clicking subscribe now. We share these life-saving and scientifically proven secrets every week. Don't miss the next one. Let's make their senior years the best years of their lives. Thank you all very much.